Whew. You guys ever ridden a roller coaster before? Because I have. And it is fun, and it's the most fun you'll ever have in your life, and it's the most terrifying thing you'll ever experience in your life. And I can say this because I am a professional. I'm a professional roller coaster rider. That's what they're called. That's what we call ourselves. Professional Roco riders. So here's the story of the first time I ever rode a roller coaster in my entire life. I was 17 years old, I think. Or was I 16? Senior years. I'm a young kid, so like I was one of the youngest people in my high school class, so I might have been 16, probably 17 in my senior year around that time. I think I was 16 because I would have turned 17 in the summer of my graduating year. So I think I was 16 years old. Senior year, we went to what's it called? Cedar Point in Upper Ohio. Upper Ohio. If you guys don't know where that is, look it up. So we went to Cedar Point for one of our senior trips, and the first time I ever rode a roller coaster, it was the dragster. And I had no idea what the dragster was. So me and my buddy, you probably know him. It's Damien, Split Power Bomb on YouTube. If you want to go check him out, that's your only shout out right here. That's the only one you get. But him and I were walking down the pathway, and he saw the dragster, and the dragster's just at like the beginning of the park for a reason, and so he walked by it and he said, "You know what? We should go on the dragster." And I said, "I don't know about that. I'm not really a roller coaster person. I've never ridden one before." And he was like, "Come on, it'll be fun." And I was like, "Okay." But in my head, like in my 16-year-old stupid head, which hasn't really gotten smarter since I've become 21 or anything, but in my 16-year-old head, I was like, you know what? It's called the dragster, but how fast can it go? Like, it can't go any faster than these other roller coasters that are out here. And there was roller coasters going around while we were walking around, because we didn't go there right away, but there was roller coasters going around and around on the tracks as we were walking around. So I was like, these aren't going super fast. So, I mean, the dragster should be fine. So we get in line. We wait a while because the dragster is pretty popular. So we wait a while. We finally get up to the thing. We get in our respective seats. The thing comes down on us. We're sitting next to each other. A couple of my other buddies are behind me, and I see the sign. There's like a sign on the track, like next to the track, that says, like it gives like a little description of how fast the roller coaster goes, the dragster goes, and like all this little fun facts and stuff. So when I'm reading this, I realized that it goes super fast. Like, it goes like Usain Bolt on speed fast. That's how fast this roller coaster goes. So I decided to take my glasses off because I didn't want them to, like, when I got pushed back or like we were going back, I didn't want them to fall off. Because I don't know how connected they are to my head. I mean, they feel pretty tight now. Like, these are different glasses, obviously, but they were pretty tight on my head, but who knows at that speed if they're going to stay on. So I took them off. I had them in my hand. I was holding them. So at this point, I can't see. Like, it's just, everything's just a blur. So that added to the scariness of it, because I was blind, basically, riding this roller coaster. And my friend's like, and Damien's like, you ready for this? I'm like, I don't know about this. Can I get off? And he's like, no, we're already too far committed. So I was like, okay, we got to go with it. So the roller coaster starts. It starts out slow. You go up, you build up speed, and then, well, actually, no, this is a different one. The dragster does not start out slow. The dragster, you start, and then, boom, you get blown back, and it starts. It's like have you ever seen like a drag race or basically just like a drag race where it's like 3, 2, 1, boom, go. Like an F1 race, 3, 2, 1, boom, go, only faster. But so it starts, boom, I get blown back, and I'm like, what did I get myself into? And then it goes up, and then it starts, and it goes up this hill, and then you're just sitting straight back, looking up at the sky. It's going so fast, and then you get on top of the hill, like the top of the track right here, and you're just sitting up here, and it holds you there for at least 3 or 4 seconds, and it holds you there, making you look, especially if you're the front row, making you look down at what you're coming at. That's part of the scariest part. But then I said, "What did you get me?" I screamed this to Damien. I was like, "What did you get me into?" And I'm screaming the whole time, by the way. And as we fall down, then it starts to slowly creep over the hill, and then boom, it just goes. And then it gets back into the part, or the section. It goes around, and then it's ready to go again. But that is probably the scariest roller coaster I've ever been on. I've never been on it since. I only did the dragster one time, and that's probably the only time I will ever do it. But I've ridden plenty of roller coasters by now, but that probably was the scariest time of my life. I've never been more scared in my life than when I was on the dragster. I thought I was going to die. I legit thought I was going to die. It freaked me out. When it pushed me back, I was like, oh! It was like, ah! That's how fast, that's what I was doing, but without the glasses. So it was freaky. I did not like it at all. It was not fun. Although, now thinking back on it, it was pretty fun. But, I mean, it was just... Don't ride the dragster as your first ever roller coaster. It's just a not smart move.